Here are a few examples of what surrealism done in a digital way could look like using apps for Android, for iPad, for other smartphones. Instead of using a full program like Adobe Photoshop on a desktop or even on a laptop, there are some apps that will let us do surrealism and isolate those features that we need in surrealism, such as masking. These apps are really helpful because they will quickly allow us to cut things out and put them on top of other things, which is what we want to do for surrealism. So one of the things that you'll need to do to create a surrealist image is to select two images. One that'll be your background, and another will be maybe the objects or people or other landscapes that you put into your first image. In order to put two photos together in a creative way, you will first put them on top of each other in whatever program you're using. So you could use Bazaart or you could use Photoshop Mix. And once you've resized that image to about what you want, you can always resize it later. Then what you're going to do is you're going to apply a mask, and that mask lets you erase certain parts. So what I'm going to do here is erase parts of the background that I don't want, so I can get this pizza guy, he was the owner or worker at this pizza place, I can get him cut out of the rest of the image. The nice thing about the red is it shows you what you're cutting out, and then the photograph that you're trying to save retains its original color without any changes to it. So Bazaart is a pretty good app to use. I prefer to use Photoshop Mix, and I would like my students to use that on our iPad because it's closer to the other Photoshop, the actual Photoshop, and it's aligned with all the other Adobe software, so it makes you familiar with that sort of thing. However, when you're working, if you do this on your own, you might not have an Adobe licensure for your device, so it might be easier to get to buy Bazaart or use their free trial membership to use that. You can do a lot of the same things in both programs, but Photoshop Mix is just a little bit better and refined. But Bazaart, as you can see, is pretty cool.